I've got a game to share with you today.
Yeah, what do you got?
This one is called Boom Slingers.
Okay.
This is a free game that is available in the Play Store.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a fun, pretty high replay value kind of game
Nice.
that I have yet to see an ad on.
Really?
Yeah, so
Free with none ads.
so far.
All right, that's cool.
I don't know if it's because I haven't quite progressed far enough into the game, but
Tell me more.
So the game is called Boom Slingers.
Mm-hmm.
The developer is Boom Core, and it is a free game you can find in the Play Store that it attracted me with its colorful, bright kind of graphics.
Yeah.
The characters looked to be pretty playful, and it just had like a instant appeal to me.
Sure.
So I went in.
Yeah.
And sat on my phone for a couple of days, and then when I got around to playing it, it was very easy to pick up, to learn, and the kind of game that I played for a while before I wanted to put it down.
Yeah.
Premise is this. You are in charge of a team of characters that you start out with, like just some basic square kind of guys. And they don't really have any special attributes. They're just characters. So you will level up yourself by winning different challenges. Your characters show up on a map, and it's like a PvP game. So it's you log in and play when you're ready, and it's just against a random opponent. And it might put 2 of your characters, might put 3 of your characters on there.
Mm-hmm.
And all you do is on each turn, you're given so much mana, which are basically points to kind of draw from. And then you look at these, you build a deck of cards.
Uh-huh.
And you decide which card I want to play. It's my turn, and this is the guy that's highlighted. I'm going to pick this card, and it's going to, I can pull back kind of like on a slingshot kind of thing, let it go, and it might be like a fireball. So you can kind of see the trajectory of, where it's going to go. The object is to knock out your opponent.
Okay.
So it's the last man standing kind of thing.
Nice.
It's a simple, easy to understand premise, and it's the kind of game that after you play it for a while, you realize you can unlock different characters, like kind of like avatar-looking things. Mm-hmm. Some of them are pretty cool. I've seen them from other players as I've challenged them or get put into a game with them. The cards themselves, you can unlock and kind of power up those cards to make them stronger.
Oh, okay.
So you go into each game with a deck of cards, like 8 cards. And it randomly just gives you deals out 4 of them at a time. And you say, this one's worth 2 points, this one's 3, 1. And you pick on your turn how many of those points that you want to use based off of how much mana is available.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 7, so you might be able to do like 2 or 3 moves.
Yeah.
Some of them are defensive, like maybe you want to hop out of the way or up to a different spot on the map.
Okay.
So it's kind of a strategy game. I really like it in the sense that games are quick.
Yeah.
You get in there and you play somebody, and it might only take you, 4 or 5 minutes to play.
Nice.
I haven't seen any ads, but I get the sense that the game wants me to maybe fast track my way to progress to level myself up.
Okay.
The game is balanced.
Yeah.
And when I do play other people, it does match me up with people that are, same level as me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the game, the mechanics of what's available and these things are like gems and coins, and you start to get into the in-game currency, and you have certain things you can unlock every so many hours or days.
Gotcha.
You can pay to kind of open them up quicker.
Yeah.
And you kind of get this invisible push or pull to kind of, hey, I've got enough gems to unlock this. I should just do it now.
Right.
So I don't hate them for that because I haven't had anything where the game is like, this is ready to open. Come back and play this. Or would you like to challenge somebody? Or haven't seen you in a while. Like, none of that stuff is happening. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Every level is completely different.
Uh-huh.
You very rarely see the same kind of layout.
Nice.
So sometimes you start a game, you're the first person to go. Sometimes the other person goes. alternates between your characters, and you just kind of figure out which combination of cards am I going to play.
Now, do you see, is the game a portrait or a landscape kind of game?
You turn your phone sideways, so
Okay.
it is a landscape game.
Okay.
Fills up this full screen.
Can you see both teams on the screen, or you don't have to like scroll left and right? Or
No, you can pinch and zoom to kind of like see
a little bit better.
Yeah, if you're looking for like a strategy of like, oh, do I want to move up here? So the object, it's pretty simple. Like, I want to knock the other characters off the map,
Right.
down to the bottom, or hit them with enough that they lose all their energy.
Okay.
It's a cute game. There are like these emoji kind of things that will pop up to kind of display if you're happy or upset, on the screen if something happens to your guy.
So are you fighting people in real time? Then it feels like you're actually fighting real people.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
and it matches you up. So I'm level 2 still. I'm almost level 3.
Okay.
You have to get so many points to progress. But you can continue to kind of like build up your deck.
Yeah.
So your attack that might just be like you lob this fireball has more power and takes it out.
Gotcha.
Doesn't change the accuracy, but it just makes it stronger.
Okay.
Some of them might be like a laser. You actually pull back and it just shoots a straight laser through the guy. One might be like a really big bullet that goes through and knocks out him and anything that he might be standing on or like around him.
Okay.
So the environment, these blocks that you stand on, they do break. So if a bomb hits and blows up, that piece might fall and you fall down.
Okay.
And you're out. What I've noticed now is like in the game, for me, it's starting to give me levels where the ground is coming up
as the match goes on.
After every so many rounds or back and forth.
Little timer on it.
Yeah, it kind of gives you like this. I went, he went, and then the way it actually is there's part of the graphics of the background is like this giant milk carton. So then every so often you see it pour, and then like the level of the milk rises.
So on your turn, you got to pick: do I want to attack or do I want to jump up somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's strategy. Sometimes you might want to jump, and I've learned I've seen other people do this, and I realized that you can actually grab 2 cards at once. So you might jump. So when you play it, your guy goes up, and then you tap the screen. And then you can pull back and shoot your laser.
Oh, wow.
So if my laser normally wouldn't quite hit him because of the way the blocks are.
You might be able to jump and shoot at the same time.
And then shoot down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of strategy in there. It's not the kind of game that's going to, you're not going to wring your hands over it trying to figure things out.
Right.
It moves pretty quickly. When it's your turn, the clock will basically count down. So if you're trying to think through your next move, I've got 4 mana left. Do I want to try... You can just end your turn. Or if you don't make it in time, it'll just say time's up and it moves on to the next guy.
Now, if you end with extra mana left, does that bank until the next turn?
I don't know how that works because I want to say it does.
Okay, cool.
Because there are certain times where I'm like, wow, I've got 7, 8,
Yeah.
I'm able to do 2, 3 moves at a time.
Sure.
So there may be a time where you can't do anything because of the way the guy might be on a platform directly above you.
So you might just have to wait until you have enough mana to actually go up and do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a fun game. I gave it a 3.7.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, it gave it 4s in a couple of areas. Where I did give it a 3. Audio was just above average.
Okay.
Graphics are cool. Replay value is 3.5 for me. I do want to go back and play it. I do want to play it. But after a certain point, I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm just going to wait till this timer is done on this capsule, see what I unlock card-wise and coins, and then I'll come back tomorrow and play.
Yeah.
But I've found myself, 20, 30, 40-minute stretches of just kind of like playing while I'm, sitting in the room with my wife.
Yeah.
We're just kind of got a game on or something happening. So I just kind of half there, half watching the game. So
nice.
It is a fun, casual game. I feel like I have seen a couple of instances where the network connectivity, if the other player disconnects, you automatically win.
Okay.
So you get like 20 points.
Yeah.
And if you lose a match, you lose 5.
Okay.
So you're kind of building your way up.
Yeah.
Last night, for instance, I had 3 matches out of 4 where the other player disconnected. So I don't know if that's actually the case.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a server or some kind of setting where maybe they're not stable.
Sure.
Because I can't imagine 3 out of 4 opponents disconnecting from me.
Right.
I'm not kicking their butts or doing anything.
Right.
You know, I just feel like, is it my connection?
Sure.
But it says you win,
Yeah.
disconnected. So
Interesting.
I'm, I'll probably stick around with this one, play for a little bit more, and see what happens if I continue to power up some of my cards and move into like level 3 and see what that does for me.
Yeah.
It has my interest. It's not the kind of game where I feel like I have to open it up, tick a couple boxes to get it done for the day, and then get back into it. So yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
And, it's not quite an editor's choice game for me yet, but I would, maybe reserve a spot to come back later and say, I love it now.
Sweet.
But I'm in like with it.
All right, cool. So that's Boom Slingers.
Yep.
And that's available in the Play Store.
Yep, for free.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.